Hi, everyone, and welcome. I appreciate you taking a few minutes to be here. If you're watching this, there's a good chance you're either evaluating your current financial system or at least starting to question whether it's still working the way it should. And we've seen this a lot. Organizations don't wake up one day and say, let's replace our accounting system. It usually starts with small things. A report that takes too long, a close that drags out, or that moment where leadership asks a question and the answer isn't readily available. At ABS Inc., we spend a lot of time in those conversations. So today, I want to walk you through what we're seeing across nonprofits and in Indian country with tribal nations, and how organizations are thinking about moving from MIP to Sage Intacct in a practical, low-risk way. You might be thinking, our system works. It's not perfect, but it works. And honestly, we hear that all the time. But here's what's changed. Financial environments have become significantly more complex. More grants, more compliance requirements, more entities, and more pressure for transparency. At the same time, many organizations are still relying heavily on manual processes. We've all been there, exporting data into Excel, building reports manually, double-checking formulas late at night, and it works until it doesn't. Because over time, those manual processes start to create risk. Delays in reporting, limited visibility for leadership, and a growing dependency on a few key people who know how everything works. So the real question becomes, is your current system helping you scale or quietly holding you back? Let's talk about the two systems most organizations in this space are evaluating. MIP Fund Accounting. It's been around for years. It's stable, familiar, and built specifically for nonprofits. Many of our clients have used it for a long time. Sage Intacct is different. It's cloud-based, built more recently, and designed for organizations dealing with complexity, especially in multi-entity environments. Now, this is important. This is not about saying one system is good and the other is bad. It's about recognizing that they were built in different eras for different levels of complexity. And if your organization has grown or is planning to, that difference starts to matter. So what actually changes when organizations move to a modern platform? The biggest shift is how your financial data is structured. In traditional systems, reporting is tied to your chart of accounts, which means as reporting needs grow, your account structure grows, and over time, that becomes harder to manage. In Sage Intacct, you separate those things. Instead of expanding accounts, you tag transactions by things like grant, program, department, entity. So instead of rebuilding reports every time something changes, you simply view the data differently. And that's a subtle shift, but it's a powerful one, because it gives leadership faster answers without creating work for your finance teams. Now you might be thinking, okay, that sounds good, but what does this actually look like in practice? Here's what we typically see after organizations modernize. Monthly close cycles get shorter. Manual reporting drops significantly. Multi-entity consolidation becomes much simpler, and leadership gets real-time visibility without waiting on finance. We've seen this across organizations like tribal governments, health boards, and nonprofit groups managing complex funding environments. And the common theme is this: finance teams spend less time assembling data and more time using it. In terms of timeline, most implementations take about 3 to 6 months. And what surprises most organizations is this: it's not about relearning accounting. It's about rethinking structure. We focus on designing your dimensions, cleaning and migrating data, setting up workflows, and making sure your team is comfortable with the system. And even after go live, we're still there, whether that's supporting your team, managing reporting, or helping you continuously improve how the system is used. Because modernization isn't a one-time event, it's an ongoing process. Now let's address the biggest concern because it always comes up. This sounds great, but switching systems sounds painful. And that's fair, historically it has been. But here's where ABS Inc. approaches this differently. We don't just implement software. We help design the structure with you. We handle the heavy lifting during migration. And if needed, we can actually manage the system for you after go live. So if you're thinking, what if our team doesn't have the capacity for this? That's exactly where we step in. Some clients want to be hands-on, and we guide them. Others want us to take on more. We do that too. And many fall somewhere in between. The goal is simple. You don't have to figure this out alone. And I want to be very clear about something. Not every organization needs to switch. If you're smaller, stable, and your reporting needs are straightforward, then staying on MIP may be the right decision. And we'll tell you that because this isn't about pushing software. It's about making sure your financial systems actually support your mission. So, as you think about your next steps, here's the key takeaway. This isn't just a technology decision. It's a decision about visibility, efficiency, and how confidently you can support leadership and your community. If you're starting to feel friction in your current system, that's usually the signal that it's time to at least explore what modernization could look like. And at ABS Inc., we're here to help at whatever level makes sense for you. Evaluation, implementation, ongoing support, or full system management. So you can focus less on the mechanics and more on the impact your organization is making. Thank you again for your time. Feel free to contact us through our website, by email, or phone. We look forward to the opportunity to support you.